but a sister had said, could I speak about this particular case? Now, this sister, I'm sure many of y'all have seen this. It's quite a sad story. Um, and it bothered me. I ain't gonna lie. I got 3 daughters. It bothered me to, actually learn more about it because it was not on my radar. And I talk about Black women, girls, boys coming up missing all the time. And so it'd be so many stories. Sometimes things just go over your head, or you don't catch wind to them, or they're not publicized like that. And maybe you're so focused on something that you don't notice it. But anyway, we're going to talk about it. So this sister, she was 13 years old. She had came up missing about a year ago. And the first suspect was the man that basically was the boyfriend to her auntie. His name is Jarvis Butts, I believe. And I got a story. I have um, I have the article. So I'm gonna read a little bit of the article. Okay. It says that now this article is from the CBS News. It says Detroit man. This happened in Detroit. Detroit man charged over missing 13-year-old Naziah Harris appeared in court. So he entered a not guilty plea. It says Jarvis Butts, age 42, he is charged with first-degree murder, second-degree criminal sexual conduct, and child sexual abusive activity. Butts is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with Naziah, who was last seen Y'all gotta give me a second. Ooh. Oh, shit. God damn. I know that was gonna happen. Whew. This one is rough, y'all. I don't know why it hit me like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me get back on track. It just hit me. You know what I'm saying? This I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. But like I said, I got 3 daughters. So y'all let me get my composure. Let me gain my composure back. I thought I had brought my glasses. I didn't bring my glasses, but I'm not going to read anymore. You guys go and look up this case on your own. I'm gonna make some points. I'm gonna talk about it, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this monster was having a relationship with this young sister, and it came out in court that they were talking about sexual activity. Um, they were he was playing mind games with her, like, because he was in the house that she was living in. She was living with, I believe, her auntie, who is his woman that he was with off and on, and the grandmother lived in there. So my question is, where is her father? Where is her mother? I don't know all of the particulars of it, but just looking at this girl, a 13-year-old, it does something to me. as it should do to everybody. It should make everybody feel some type of way. You know what I mean? It should make brothers and sisters feel like we need to pay attention to our kids. You know what I'm saying? We need to pay attention to our kids. I'm gonna play a video with the judge. Shout out to the judge, because the judge, she said what needed to be said. She charged the auntie and the grandmother. What I left out is this sister, in a text message, it was found that this little girl was reaching out to him for pads. She was on her period. She was, and so the judge is like, why is she reaching out to this man for that? And she's living in a house with two grown women that have had children. And nobody is noticing nothing about this girl. You know what I mean? Nobody noticing this suspicious relationship or why he's always looking for her when he comes in the house, and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to it. Let me play the video, all right?
Had highlighted in pink is the quote, in this case there was no physical evidence such as blood stains or a weapon leaking defendant to Joyce's death. To establish also that Naziah was not a runaway child, that she was not a bad kid. I do believe she adopted Naziah. I do believe that she had 6 kids in the house. I believe that Naziah had on a dark hoodie the day she went missing, and that she had on red and black Nikes that day.
Excuse me. Now, when the police caught up with Jarvis, he had in his possession some of Naziah's clothes, one of it being a black hoodie that was almost basically new, according to her grandmother. And this hoodie looked like it had holes in it, like there had been a struggle. Also, someone walking around, a lady, she had been walking, passing up the little girl's ID from her school. The ID was face down, and the sister said that she had walked over it probably for like 2 weeks, till one day she decided to pick it up, and it happened to be Naziah's ID. There's a lot of stuff in here I'm probably leaving out, but that's the gist of, you know, the basis of what was going on and what happened and how they came to start, you know, realizing that he was the main suspect because of those phone records and because of that hoodie. I'm gonna keep playing it.
What is hard to believe is that the defendant never came into the house as she testified. And there was also a minor that testified.
So you can go look at this on your own. I'm gonna skip to the end, right? I'm gonna skip to the end of this video. It's about an 11-minute video. She speaks about the women in the house wondering where Naziah was. She didn't come home. Instead of calling the police, they went to sleep and waited till the next day to say anything. They didn't even, you know, look at it like it was out of the ordinary that she didn't come home, a 13-year-old. They went to sleep without calling the police. Also, she charged the grandmother and auntie for not noticing nothing when they have children also. All right. So let me skip up. It says, Bulls fan said, before I go forward, let me see, but it's things like this that may not date after getting divorced. I assume any dude that wanted to date me had ill intentions toward my daughter. Yeah, we avoided like that's good. That's good, Bulls fan. And let me just add to that. Women be so desperate to have a man. And listen, I don't even know this story. I don't know if he's a boyfriend that just, I know he has children too. And there's charges on him with 2 other children. Okay. So I don't know if all the children are his or not, but I know he has some children living in that house. But getting back to what I was saying is that women be so desperate to have a man that they'll bring some man around their child, around their daughter. And without getting to know a person or anything like that, without understanding how a person really is and nothing like that, you don't know who this person is. you bringing around your child. And on top of it, women be so desperate to have a man, if their child do say something, they attack their daughter. They attack the child as though the child is being too fast and she's the problem and she's trying to take her man. So I just wanted to add that to what you said. That's how what you said is how women should think. Instead of thinking about yourself and that you need a man and you need somebody to lay down with you next to you in your bed, you need to be thinking about your child first and bringing some random man around your child. Let me skip up. It's raining. It's raining hard out here too. I can hear it.
You've been sitting over there for 4 days with your head down, sitting between and behind your attorneys with your mask on and taking vigorous notes. I want you to pay attention and listen to everything I have to say. I have been trying to figure out for the last 5 days, you. At one point, I thought you were cognitively impaired in the beginning of this exam. And then maybe you had the brain of a 10-year-old, and that's why you were doing such things. But as I heard more and more testimony, you're just the true definition of a pedophile.
The judge said, I've been trying to figure you out this whole time, just looking at you. And she said, you know what? I was wondering if you had, the brain capacity of a 10-year-old. But now I'm just realizing that you're really just a pedophile. You have all of the traits of a pedophile. Keep going.
Watching you laugh and brag about all the women you have with different women and the children and the girlfriends, and making babies to groom them and having them in your presence, cleaning up your shop, and the little girls around you, has landed you here today. You groomed Isaiah. You played mind games with her. We all heard that. You controlled her emotionally. She was exposed to so much at such a young age. The text messages between you two were disgusting to hear. And to think that she had you saved in her phone as babe for life. Isaiah deserves so much more. And while I mentioned other people that failed her, Jarvis Butts, you are the monster in this whole picture.
The judge, shout out to that judge, because she said exactly what needed to be said. That he was a predator, that he is a monster. Like, what we really don't understand is that, we have people that are amongst us in our communities, in our families, that are monsters, that have monstrous tendencies to do such a thing. It also goes in to say that she was pregnant and that this monster knew she was pregnant. And it's alleged that he tried to, on that day that she came up missing, do a makeshift home abortion. And when he messed up, he just took her life. They have never found her body. They have enough evidence, but they never found her body. You know what I'm saying? And I know I talk about, all of the sisters that are missing, and in with the sheer number of little girls that are missing, no one never finds them. But because of the number, how many of it is, that it's a bigger thing going on. It's not the same as this. And how, on the other hand, we have stuff like this in the Black community. We have monsters and we have evil and wickedness like this in the Black community. And some of these people are your damn family. Some of these people are your cousins, your brothers, and your uncles that you are willing to protect and look away just because they're your family. The hell with that, man. The hell with that. The hell with that. And if this was I just I just wonder. I don't know the whole story. I have to say that I don't know the whole story. I was like, where's her parents at? Where's her mother? Where's her father? This is Detroit. So most likely they are destroyed. Most likely they are in prison. Most likely they're on drugs. The whole reason why she is even living with an auntie and her grandmother. I just have to make that assumption because of that. But I'm like, as a father, man, let's just say that would be the last time y'all would see me, because um I'll be willing to sit in jail for the rest of my life over mine. You know what I'm saying? This is a very sad story, and Black people need to pay attention to your damn kids. Pay attention to your kids. Be nosy. If you're the one that's paying the cell phone bill, look in that damn phone. Not even if you is the one paying it, because I shouldn't. I don't need to say that, because ain't no kid under your roof gonna be having a phone or anything with some services you got to pay for and you ain't paying it. But the point is to be all up in a business. Be all up in that phone. Be all up in that tablet. You don't know who your kid's talking to. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. I don't understand why we don't get that. That could have all been prevented. What happened to Naziah Harris could have all been prevented had those women in that house paid attention to the signs. Just paid a little attention, even if you got 5 kids or 6 kids. You can pay attention to the ones that seem a little, quiet, that seem like they, are doing something that's not like them. Have rules. They didn't even have no rules, because they didn't call the police when the little girl didn't even come in at night. This is part of a bigger problem in the Black community. It's part of the dysfunction that we have within our families that nobody wants to point out. It's okay for us to be dysfunctional. It's okay for us to have problems and go through shit. It's okay for it. But when you start acting like it ain't a problem, that's the problem. When you start acting like it's normal, that's the problem. That's the effing problem. You act like this thing is normal and this is supposed to be life. It's not supposed to be life. We are righteous people. It's not hard for us to bring our level up. Hell, if we're able to forgive the white man for everything he done and say you love them, why can't you look at the things that's wrong with us and fix it?